Alrighty, good afternoon, Smoky Mountain Rails. How's everybody doing this fine week? Hope everyone's having fun. Do what makes you feel good. Made some little progress. Did some changes past couple days. First off, let me get this out of the way right now. You can leave HO track O gauge trains, no matter if it's MTH post-war, no matter what it is. This shed that I'm in now is not heated. There's no air conditioning in here other than the window unit. I've leave these in where it's negative 30 degrees, and the following day the trains still are running. So you can leave O gauge stuff outside. You just have to maintain how much you want to run it outside. Now, granted, it does leak in here. There's leaks. Sheds leak. It happens with everybody's shed. It happens even in garages. Over time, stuff happens. But I have not had one problem in here. I have no rust. I have nothing going on. I hardly ever clean this track, maybe once every 6 months. But not enough of that. Let's move on. Reason why I'm going live, and yes, I have the shed door. The door is shed. It is shut. And that is the only window unit sealed up. Ignore that track on the bottom table. You didn't see that. What I did do is I took the upper track off of the main table itself because I want to give the HO a better look, and I can reach it easier, and it's easier, and it looks bigger. But I made the third track installed. That center track, I can still split the second where it splits. That's off the main line of the second track. The third track, to the right of that is where that diesel is sitting. So those two lines are all working perfectly fine. And so is the Santa Fe. That's the main line itself that goes around the entire perimeter of that main line right there. And I'm going to make a little siding, a little drop off for that building there, for that building for the casino. And we're going to pan and keep going this way. Nothing's going to go right there where the tow truck's sitting as of yet. I'll have to get 2 more pieces to fit there, and then all 3 will be perfectly independently running of itself. And I got the paint. I'm doing that next week. These will all be painted black with the dotted lines. So that's what the main thing's going on there with that. And I just didn't I missed the other table that I had. It was better off having 2 separate tables. I can run 2 more engines. And that's what I did. I'm going to pan you this way. And boom. I'm going to stand back because this goes all the way down from that 4 corner there. The branches off there, and it goes all the way down to the other end where the lighthouse is. And I got my Godzilla here. He's going to terrorize this entire town once it's up and running. I need 2 straights through the cracker, and then the cracker will be lit up. And I got to adjust and move the construction areas around. And then I got to install my switches for my HO. And like I said, I got the fence. I've been playing around with this farm scene on different areas, but this I think is where it's going to stay permanently. And so that's what we're doing. I'm not going to do any running because I've been out all day doing odds and ends, errands and whatnot, so didn't get a chance to do any running in here today. I think Sunday I'll more than likely be running the O gauge. Still waiting for this to get ordered. Believe it or not, that track is hard to get. I tried Amazon, and they're just, I ain't gonna go into that story with Amazon. That's another ball of wax altogether. I put that 30-inner track where that diesel is sitting right now. That's connected to this one right now. And you gotta watch him back up. Well, actually, he's going forward. And we're gonna switch directions. And he's gonna back up. And there he goes. Fully operational. And that's where I stopped it for right now. See, she does work independent. There goes the other one. He's going to fly around. He's running on his own controller. Goes around that way. And there's the second main track that splits. And he's going into the other track. It is took out a tree. So he's on independent running. Let's stop him over there. And he's running on his own controller. And I can take apart my hand. He just knocked over the tree. I can swap out different engines. I can do different things. What I can't do is have two different trains on the main line where it splits, because one controller controls actually the entire center line. So I can run the trolley and a slower steam engine at different speeds, but once I change this to DCC, then I can run two different engines on that center track there where it splits, and then have two full trains running parallel with each other on the same track, but there has to be DCC engines only, because I got to control the speed, because if I don't, then that switch right there by the telephone pole, that's where they meet, and that's not going to work. So DCC I'm going to have to do, and that's the only way it's going to work. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your other views on the other videos. I certainly appreciate it. And once I get up to 1,000, which I'm near almost 400 now, I get to 1,000, then I can go live, and then I can be back in business. Until next time, Smoky Mountain Rails. Bye-bye.